I'm Josh Light with PoliticIt.com here in Santa Fe, New Mexico with Jon Barrie. He's with the Independent American Party. He's running for Senate. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you doing? Thanks for the opportunity to talk to you. I appreciate that very much.
Well, thanks, Jon. So tell me, Jon, what are the big differences between you and your competitor in this race?
Well, I'm not a career politician. I've never held a political office. I'm running as a citizen activist. I'm a Vietnam veteran, and quite simply, I want my country back. The politicians had their chance. We've had the two major parties for years and years and years, and we're $16 trillion in debt. They can't balance the budget, and how can they when they spend as much money as they do? And we're just being overtaxed and overburdened with these taxes, rules and regulations. This is one of the most unfriendly business country to businesses with regulations and taxes, and our freedoms and liberties are being attacked left and right. The Constitution of the United States of America needs to be restored, and we need to have people have the integrity to stand up and do that. So I differ in that I'm not the same as what's been going on for all these years.
And Jon, tell me about your experience and how it's prepared you to be a senator.
Well, I spent 8 years in the United States Air Force. I have had government service. I spent 12 years with the Federal Aviation Administration as an operations inspector, a little short term with the Forest Service. So I've had public service, and my first career was aviation. When I grew up, I wanted to be a pilot or a doctor, so I wound up doing pilot like I wanted to do as a chief pilot, director of operations for small companies. Now I'm a homeopathic practitioner, so I've kind of got to do both things that I wanted to do in my life. But I've managed $1 million budgets, lots of employees. I know from the public and private sector how to save money and how to make money. And it's important in our government, we better start lowering our spending, and we need to decrease taxes so that our businesses can start being prosperous again.
And Jon, when you're out talking to people in New Mexico, what fiscal issues have you found they're concerned about?
The fiscal issues? The taxes are just burdensome. And if you tie in the regulations to fiscal, because what happens is businesses have to comply with so many rules and regulations. The Affordable Care Tax, Obamacare tax, is so burdensome to people. It limits the number of employees they can afford to have because of the requirements of that particular act. So fiscally, they're just looking to try to be successful and prosperous again, and the burdens of these taxes just preventing it, and with the regulations too.
And are there any social issues people are concerned about here in New Mexico?
Immigration's an issue. Our borders are pretty much wide open. We have a lot of crime come up from the border, and people who are not documented. Abortion is an issue nationwide, and I'm against the funding of Planned Parenthood. There are several issues. The Second Amendment is very important to me. I believe that that's one of our specific rights. I have to go back to the Constitution again, the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments. They have been the Patriot Act, the National Defense Authorization Act. These things have taken freedoms and liberties away from you and I. I don't know if you've flown lately, but just go through a TSA, your papers please, and then they check you. There was a story of this 80-year-old woman that had a device, and it was so embarrassing for her. This is not the country that's free like we want.
And Jon, tell me about how you're using the internet in your race.
You know, I'm new to this media, Facebook, Twitter, and so on. I've had some good support. So right now, I do have a Facebook, I do have a Twitter. In fact, I have my own YouTube account. My website is JonBarrieForSenate.com. And so I have the little icons for the Facebook and the Twitter and so on. It's been insightful to me to know how you can reach out and touch people through that media. It's amazing.
And how's your campaign going right now?
Well, you know, I feel like David versus Goliath. I have the two major parties that are millions and millions of dollars they have. I had to fight to get on the ballot here in New Mexico. I had to collect thousands of signatures, and when I turned them in, the Secretary of State said I didn't have enough. I had to go to the Supreme Court of New Mexico and District Court to get on the ballot. So my campaign needs money because I didn't have much anyway because I'm grassroots, and then I found myself $15,000 in debt. But over 10,000 people signed petitions to put me on the ballot, and I'm not going to forget about them. I wasn't going to give up, and I'm not going to give up. Our nation needs people who have the integrity to stand up and say enough is enough.
Jon, where can people go to learn more about you?
JonBarrieFOR Senate.com. Or you can go to whyjon.us. WHYJON.us. If they go to that site, that'll take them to the voting record of my the other two candidates, and also to my website.
Thanks, Jon.
Hey, you're more than welcome. I appreciate this opportunity. You take care.